Hello everyone, I am just going to continue what I left, and for now I am just waiting for everything. Let me build something this one and make a little bit zoom so that we can wait for our workflow to get started. I do apologize for the background noise. I'm in kind of a public area. Um, this is kind of a New Year night, and here I am working with the Python, and I don't know. Let's see what I can do. I need to figure out. Okay, so background noise is clear. So is this audible audio? Can you guys hear me? I just want to check. So I have to wait a little bit to see if this audio input is working. Yeah, I think that is working. So this input audio capture is working for now. So should I increase some background music? I don't know. What kind of filter option do I have? Wait, I'm just checking some of the settings here. I think the background music is louder than my audio, and I don't know. Okay, so I think we are good to continue here, and let's see what we can do today and open up some of the let me just switch the screen to the chat GPT for a little bit of brainstorming. um, okay, so there you go. Now I have this work. Uh, we are moving beyond the authentication and creating a basic CRM system for a small repair shop. And the reason I am doing this is because it will give me an idea of how to create a basic CRUD operation. So we need to move to the CRUD operations. So yeah, and we need to figure out a few things here. We are changing from a basic user model. Maybe we need to add this profile section here as well, so we can do that. And we can query the profile, we can delete it, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so Um, we are using the Flask SQL Alchemy. Yes, we are doing that, and here are some geeks for geeks tutorial for that. So I need to move to the eraser.io for a quick whiteboarding few of my thoughts, and let's keep it that way, and let me close a few of. So yeah, this is the repository which I was working on, and this will gives me the current status of my work. And let's see, where is the eraser? Yeah, um, understanding the Flask structure. So now we are moving to basic CRM. So for repair shops or any kind of this enterprise application, the CRM is very important. We need to record our customers, right? So we will expand this application gradually, but for now we are just creating a basic CRM. So let's plan out what kind of information we will handle inside this CRM. So we need a customer. Inside that customer, we need to store its ID, its name, its maybe the email, and the phone number. Obviously we need to store that. And what else? So let me a little bit expand it. So we need to store, this is the basic information we need to store about a customer. So we will figure out the other things later. So let's create a model, move to our SQL code editor, and inside our Visual Studio Code, let's head to the model section. Here basically it is a bad idea to put everything in my models.py file, but we will improve it gradually. So I'm not focusing on adding too much unnecessary modules into my Python package. For now I am just focusing on creating a class of customer, and extending from this. Yeah, so this give me a very basic customer detail. It is suggesting me to add a repair order class as well. Let's see how it works. It builds a basic relationship between the repair order and the customer class. So inside the customer I have this ID, which is a primary key. Obviously I need that. Then name, email, and phone number. These are the four basic information, and the email is unique, so it has to be unique for every customer, and the null able should be false, and it means that we need to at least have the customer's email ID, and it should not be null. So maybe in some cases this is not true. We are not relying on email, but because this system is meant to be communicated over online platforms, so the email is a very basic information. And then we go for a phone number. So I have to think about this. The phone number, what kind of actions do you need? No, I don't need that. Okay, so the phone number could be, I think, for a businesses who is relying more on telephonic communication, this phone number should be mandatory, and it should be asking for the phone number. It should be the must. So instead of putting this nullable is equal to true, we can put that to the false. And maybe a customer is not willing to provide the email address, so we can leave that nullable to true. So that is depend on the business nature. So in later we can make this dynamic as well, so we can decide either we need this email to be mandatory or required, or the phone number should be required. The one thing must be required, right? So if the email is being provided, it should be the unique for the every customer, and I think the phone number should also be the unique. But for now, let's leave it as it is. Move on to the repair orders. Inside a repair order, obviously we have an ID, which is a primary key. Then we have a foreign key with the customer ID. So with the customer ID, what we are suggesting that this repair order is from the customer. So that should be very important, and it should not be nullable. So we need to provide a customer through our order, repair order, right? Then we are indicating a device which is given for the repairings. So whatever device is being repaired, it should be submitted here. And then the issue description, what kind of issue the customer is prompting. And for now this is kept as a text, and because I'm using the SQLite, using a more complex data structure is not possible. We will try to keep things as simple as possible. So the issue description is just a text. Then the status. This status is very important, and we are giving it a 50 character string. By default, this status is pending. So it means either it is in repairing, in progress, done repairing kind of statuses. So that's how the status will be handled in the repair order class. Then we have a customer. Obviously this customer is from our original customer, and DB relationship customer backgraph is DB, and repair orders lazy is equal to true. So we can load it whenever we require it, and it is related to the repair orders. So this is kind of auto-generated code, and we will see if that works in our case or not. So that's all for models.py file. So what else do we need? Once we have these repair orders and customer classes, we need to figure out a way to push them into our database. So I'm not currently doing anything complex. I'm just deleting this my database here, and okay, so we need to find out this delete button. Yes, so I'm just deleting this database, and you cannot restore this file. Obviously I don't have any data for now, and I'm good to delete it permanently. And okay, so we are running over Flask server in a background. We need to close that first before we will be able to fetch over database. Yes, now the database is deleted, and okay, so we can add some extension for handling the SQLite. Let's see if we have that inside over Visual Studio Code. Okay, so here we have our SQLite viewer, and here we have explore and query SQLite databases. And let's see the preview how this is offering. And okay, so somehow Fury, we can query that. And what kind of viewer do we have here? Do we have a preview for that extension? Okay, so let's try this one first of all. And this is the first extension you are installing from this publisher. It is not verified, and there are 4 million downloads. I think I can trust the publisher and install because it already have a lot of downloads. And oh, the reviews are not good here. Hmm. Why the customers are not satisfied here with this? It doesn't work at all, not at all. Oh, let me minimize that so you can see. Windows 11 clean VS Code. Just install the extension using Ctrl Shift P, SQLite, open database, choose database from file. Result, nothing happens at all. The file being tested is located in a folder. Load the VS Code. Okay. Why does this extension have a virtual pet file included? It was automatically installed, bringing my computer down to barely function and constantly crashing VS Code. Okay, I think I can go back and let's try out this one. Yeah, this seems have pretty good rating, so let's try that. And inside that pre-release version, no, no thanks, I'm good. So if we go back here and the extensions, where would we getting that? We are done here, coming to here. Where it is, I don't know how to use this extension, so I need to figure that out. Okay, so first of all, let's rerun the file so that we can able to create this db. Yes, this app.db is created, and move on to that file. And yeah, now we have this file viewed. So right now we have a customer table, and the repair order as well, the table is created, and we also have a user table. So that's pretty good. So we are good about our tables. These tables have been created, and why they have been created, we have configured the SQL alchemy to use this database, and we name it app.db. So that's why it is being created here. And if we change this base tire into something else, maybe a subfolder, then the database would be created under that folder. But for now we are good for that. So that's great. Let's move to the next step. What should be the next step? We have created our customer and repair orders. We need some method to add the customers. So we need to have CRUD operations for that customer class, right? So where to begin? Let's move to the why. But I find the repair orders more relatable, so I will stick with the repair orders instead of calling it a job. So I will stick with that. Then it says that you should be fetching every jobs. You should query. Okay, so I think you are not able to see this right now. Excuse me. So yeah, Now you have these dashboard, and you should query the jobs and the customers and send these entities to our dashboard. Because for now the jobs and customer are limited, we are not sending all the jobs and all the customers to the dashboard. That's not how it works. Okay, so maybe you have million and billions records inside your jobs and customers data. So are you pushing everything to the dashboard? Maybe the dashboard is taking forever to load. So yeah, this is not the case, right? So it is definitely not going to work like that. But for now you can maybe do that. um, okay, so let me tell you that I have these basic models. I need to make the CRUD operation on customer class only. So create the front end and back end routes accordingly. So make sure to use the dark and light theme intact. So the ChatGPT is not good at creating UIs, professional level UIs. I prefer Gemini for that. ChatGPT is not good. Yeah, it doesn't create good UIs. ChatGPT is mostly good for brainstorming. You will get the idea how the things is gonna work. But if you say that it would be that good, no, it would not be. Okay, so it is adding a customer blueprint. So it is putting that inside the main blueprint. So no, I'm not going to do that. I am going to create a separate blueprint for the customer, and it suggests that you create a form. Yes, I need a form for the customer, and it is saying that update a dashboard.html to include the correct links. Yes, I need that to be added. So I don't think that would harm for now to add these links. So okay, I don't I think you should make separate blueprint for customer. Perfect. Let's move all customer credit routines into a separate blueprint so it's modular and cleaner. So yeah, inside the routes folder, we are creating a customer.py file. Yes, we are going to do that. And let's move to the routes folder. Inside, I'm customer.py file. And I know that Django would make things very cleaner and simpler, and a lot of things which I'm doing in a Flask is already implemented inside the Django, and I don't have to struggle a lot of things like managing the migrations myself, managing the admin panel myself. Everything creating from scratch is bit um, bad kind of thing, but I will still focus doing it from the Flask from scratch. It will give me an overall control over the application, and maybe gradually I'll shift to the Django for later. But this is just exercise, so let's stick with that. Now we have a customer.py file. Inside we are going to create the blueprint, and let's grab this blueprint and see what it created. and it created the CRUD operations about the customer, and it is prefixing this blueprint with the help of customer prefix inside the URL. And then I have an add route, which is get and post both, and we are passing the user ID. Obviously we are redirecting if the user ID is not in a session. We have a better required login for that, so we don't need to write these lines everywhere when we need to verify if the user is authenticated. So we can simply put here required login, but for now I will stick with what the GPT created. And then it says if the post is requested, then name, email, and phone number is fetched, and after that we are simply creating a new customer, and inside db.session we adding a customer and committing this customer inside a database for a successful write operation. So that's how we simply write inside a database. Then we flash that the customer added successfully and it is a success, and we redirect it to the main dashboard. Then for the get request, we are simply passing a customer form, which is .html, and the action is add. Then for the edit, we have the same get and post request and the same user login check, and we are query our customer, and if there is no customer we get or 404. So inside from the post request, if the post request is made to this route, we are simply fetching all the details and then committing that inside the request. So then the customer form and the action is added and the customer is being passed. And for the delete, we have the same thing, and but we query a customer and we use a db.session.delete and commit that and redirect to the dashboard. And inside that update, we are simply updating the queried customer fields and committing it back. So that's how the basic CRUD operations is being working here. So all good, I say. All we need to do is to register this blueprint inside my main init file, and let's import from app.routes.customer, get the customer and register it. Right now we have two options. We need to move to the front end and we need to write some of the front end lines. So one page we need a customer underscore form.html, so let's create that. Inside the template we need to create customer underscore form.html, and let's see what kind of front end he gave us. It also says me to change the dashboard. Yes, I can do that. And inside a main, it says me to query the customers, and we can import Yes, we have now the customer and pass to the dashboard. um, okay, so yeah, I registered that, no worries. It didn't give me the front end. Now give me the front end files. Okay, so maybe it changed the base, which I don't want it to change because it will change everything. um, Maybe I can change the landing page. uh, so basically this index.html page and the dashboard page, why it is making a two separate pages? Yeah, because, yeah, good. So we have a separate dashboard file. I can safely replace this dashboard because for now we only created a dummy dashboard, so I'm good with that because we didn't make any fancy dashboard, and we are eventually going to change this dashboard, yeah, obviously. So I think I'm good replacing this code. And if I say the customer form, because it is our first time adding a customer form, we can add it because we are just adding this as a testing purpose. We are going to change this front end later, so we need to keep it as small as possible so that we can change it or update it later on. So for now it is just pretty simple and basic. So after that customer form, what I need to do, um, okay, add it didn't give me the, let's see how it works. So oh, let me minimize this Visual Studio Code and head back to my website. And where is it? um, Simply this address I can grab, and let's see how it log in. I think I need to register first, so let's hello 123 register. Customer has no attribute created at, oh yeah, um, is it asking the created at? So should we put at it customer, where are you? Inside the models, yeah, here it is. Okay, I can remove that from the dashboard, but I think having created at would be also a good thing here. So yeah, you can, I mean, yeah. So we need to stop that server, and we need to delete this database, and then rerun over Flask server and head back to our dashboard. Boom. So we found one bigger bug, right? It saved the session, but we logged out. We really logged out. It should logged us out because the database is created, but session is stored in the browser somehow. So that's a clear bug. Anyways, I'm just skipping that bug, and it is showing a login button even if I already logged in. So yeah, that's a bad thing as well. So that's a second bug. Boom. We will be covering that bugs later. So let's put some dummy name and dummy1 at gmail.com, and the phone number is some random one, and then I add the customer. So yeah, that customer is added and is being shown inside this dashboard. And if I try to edit the information, I fetched back to this route. I hope you are able to see. No, you are not. That switching windows are pretty boring for me. I mean, let's skip that. What screen are you seeing? The obvious studio is pretty annoying for me right now, if you ask. So, okay, the CMD is taking over. I was not aware about that. My apologies. And let me shrink it back. And let me tell you, yeah, so I was saying that it has taken me to edit it, and if I change this number to 12345 6 and edit the customer information, and it has been changed. So if I try to delete that, it is being deleted. So I hope you are able to see that. Okay, so let's add a customer again and fill that same dummy information, and our customer is back. Let's get back to fill out another dummy information, and let's try to add. Okay, so it throws an error, integrity error. So that's a bad thing. It should not be take us to this screen, and we can safely go to second. And yeah, so now you can see that we are pretty good for adding a unique constraint on an email. So yeah, we should delete that. So now we have figured out three common bugs. First of all, when we deleted our database, it did not deleted the session which we were logged in. And second of thing is this login button is still appearing because even though we have already logged in. And yeah, we are successfully able to switch between light and dark themes, but this is not going to the logout button. It should be logout rather than login if the user is already logged in. And then this logout screen, it is working, and we head back to logging in and hello 123, and yes, we get back to that. So it is working. We can, I guess, um, change this button. We can start working on this login button, right? So we need to head to the base.html file, and inside that, here we need to change that logic inside this span. So what we are doing, if the user is already logged in, show logout button. So that's what we need to do, right? And we can ask over GPT. Let's see what he has to say us. Okay, so let's grab that and replace this snippet here, and we need to put some, I don't know if Control Shift P is working here. Why is it getting the .NET install tools? I'm not working on a .NET project, babe. I'm working on no, this is Python. Visual Studio Code, I am having trouble using you. Okay, so head back to my repairing shop and let's see if it works. Yes, it is showing me logout button. Pretty good, right? If I logged out, it is showing the login button. Yes, it is working. A little Eureka moment. What's next? Uh-oh. So it is showing the login button, and if I log into this, it is showing the logout button, right? Cool. So our basic CRUD operations for the customer management is pretty much working. So the second thing is about the repair orders. So now I think we can safely move toward the repair orders. So repairing orders, how we are going to manage that? We need to look into it, and let me think. Okay, so yeah, let's head to that. We can create a next blueprint for the repair orders. And where is the model? Yes. Mm, how will we identify the customer? Because we have not established anything rather than email. So I think we have to stick with the email, right? Uh, yeah, I guess so. So for now, let's stick with that and create. No, no, wait, we forgot to push it. I'm not creating the different branches here, which is not good. I should be creating a separate branch for everything. Um, but I am a little bit lazy here. Um, Customer CRUD operations working. Get push minus u origin main. Yeah, gladly, everything is being pushed onto the GitHub. So now we are good to create our customer order blueprint, right? Repair orders. So we will be calling it repair orders.py. I think we should stick with that singular naming conventions. Then I be getting this blueprint. The prefix is obviously the repairs, and now we need to create a few more templates. The GPT provided me a new convention for having my templates, and we can create a separate folder of repairs, then the list.html file, and we will get everything inside that. Then repairs and form.html, and everything would be done there, right? But for now, let's move to the main. No, let's head to our init file and import that routes. Repair order RBP. It is suggesting to change that. Yes, now our blueprint is registered. What we're going to do, what we are going to do now, we need to go for the front ends and create first of all the list.html inside the repairs template. and create list.html, and inside that we are getting the URL for that new repairs, and the second is our form.html, which would be handling our add and update functionalities. That's pretty much it. So I think we somehow need to update our dashboard as well. So let me ask the GPT to create the dashboard for our informations. It is suggesting that you should yes, this is a good way. I mean, you should be counting the total customers, total repairs, pending repairs, and limit to 5. That's a good thing. You should be limiting. So you should be limiting, and then you should be passing that. So that's a good thing. Yes. So let's grab that, and inside the main file, inside the route main.py, and for the dashboard, just replace it with the new one, and we have to make some imports for the repair order. For the customer, we had already done that, and after that we need to update our dashboard.html file to adopt that changes which we just made inside our py file. So dashboard, yeah. So let's rerun our script. Let's clear that, and python run.py to rerun our server. Okay, so what cannot import name repair order BP from app routes repair order? Boom. Oh, I just made some mistake. Inside my routes creation process, repair orders, I'm just sending this repair.bp, and inside my initialization process of the app, I'm importing the wrong one, so I need to correct that. So yes, now we can go back, save this information, go back, let's see that it is running. Now move to our website, and we are already logged in. We have one customer, we have total 0 repairs, and pending are 0. So now we can either add new customer or we can add new repair orders. So let's create so because we only have one customer, we are selecting that. We need to somehow have an option to add a new customer inside this. So we'll be working on that. So we are giving our device name and some description that and in progress completed delivered. So it's pending and add repairs. So that's bare minimum form for a repairing. Obviously the repairing have a much more data than that. So what it is saying, customer and device and status and actions. The form is little bit odd, so let's recreate that. Description, it is totally broken. Add repairs, boom. And if we click on edits, if we click on edit, it takes us and the screen is not working. So we can edit the repairs. I don't know what kind of Indonesian it is detecting, right? It's pretty weird. So the pending should be okay. So now we faced three issues. First of all, these tables are a little bit odd, and there should be something like, if we go to the edits, we should have some option to add another customer right there. So we will be able to add another customer information rather than picking from drop down list. And as our customer list grows more and more, we would not able to get an infinite scrolling. So we need somehow to search our customer rather than picking it from a drop down list. So obviously that should be done. For these statuses, we need different kind of color informations to put in that. So when we come back to our repair orders, we will see a color coded information about the status for the pending and for the completed, and everything should be done. Then we should obviously have some kind of paginations as our repair orders grows, and we need to look into the list. So that's all kind of challenges we need to face, and obviously there is no way to go back to the dashboard. So and why is it coming to the home screen when it should be directed toward the dashboard rather than coming inside this home screen? So that's another bug which we should be working. And whenever we should be clicking onto this home route, it should check if we are already logged in. It should redirect us towards the dashboard rather than jumping to the home page. So I think that's what we can quickly fix. So let's see. And for that reason we need to go and look inside our templates and inside our base. No, I think we should fix it inside the main route. We can check here. If user is right, so that's quick fix would take us to the dashboard rather than coming back and back from the home page. Yeah, so now whenever we click here, we'll be taken to the dashboard rather than going to the home page. So now we have one customer and one repairs and one pending orders. And if we try to switch over theme, we are able to successfully do that, right? So yeah, we can also view all, and we can go to the dashboard by clicking on to this button. Yes, so now that it is kind of working, but this table is little bit odd. Let's see if we can fix that quickly. And add new customer. Let's add another customer. Okay, so it is throwing the same error. It should be moving back to the one. Add customer, then a new repair order. We have two, and we can use like maybe something fingerprint sensor not working. Add repair. So now we have a two repairs for the pretty much same customers. And the thing which I want to test, there is no customers. I mean, we can't go to the customer information, right? Obviously we need a sidebar here, we need a sidebar inside our dashboard. It is very important thing to have a sidebar where we can jump toward the different sections. So for example, we are here inside the dashboard, and then we should be switching towards the repairs, then we should be switching towards the customers. But here there is no link to view the details of the customer, so that's also a very important thing, right? So we need to fix that as well. So what I should be doing here, first of all, what we have so far, we should be committing it to the GitHub, and let's see inside the GitHub what we have so far. GitHub, switch to this tab, and the last commit is registration working, customer CRUD operations working, right? Now we are good to indicate that, and -m what we just worked, repair order blueprint working, and we are good to get push -u origin main. Yes, so we successfully pushed our code so far inside our repository, and let's get back to here and oh nope, here. So inside that, what I do have is repair order blueprint working. Right. So I will leave this here, and we will work on these problems in our upcoming video. I think the live stream is already 1 hour, and yeah, so that's pretty much all for this stream. And now I am just going home, enjoying my time, and waiting for the clock to go back to the where it was, right? Let me just see if I have anything left to do before I should sign off. Yes, so anyone who watched, thank you so much. Maybe I'll come back to this project tomorrow, or I have one more project lined up. Maybe I'll be working on that project tomorrow, but I think that's a pretty good time to work on this project, so I feel this time convenient. Like from my side, it's coming from 8 p.m. up to, I can go around maybe 9:30 maximum, or yeah. So I'll be working on this project tomorrow as well. The Okay, so everyone, thank you so much for watching this. See you in the next one, and I'm signing off.